morning, Sunday morning. I was up just around 6:30, looked out the window again, so I said I'd get the bike out. It's a cool 13 degrees, but I expect things to warm up by the time I turn from home. I just cutting across by Dysart over to the Timahoe road and heading for Timahoe. From there I'll go out by the round tower, uphill, straight on. I'll come out on the Ballyron road, head into Ballyron, but before I go into Ballyron proper, I'll turn up into Cullenagh. I'm going to go over the Cullenagh, so there'll be some gravel, and from there home. So that's this morning's plan, and I remembered to bring the pump with me this morning. So let's hope all goes well. It's a lovely morning. It's going to be another warm day. That's Lamberton House over my right shoulder, but the camera probably won't pick it up, it's too far away. The sun is still low in the sky. I love going out at this time in the morning before the rest of the world wakes up. It's so peaceful, no traffic so far. Usually every time I pull out the camera, a car comes along. Up to Money Cross now. Now I'm on the final approach to Timahoe. I can see Fossey Mountain ahead and the round tower. So far I've only encountered 4 cars all the way from Portlaoise. Lovely and quiet. Having said that, now I see 2 heading towards me from Timahoe. People must be getting up and about. Fossey Mountain ahead. I love this entrance for this approach to Timahoe. It's a kind of a tree-lined avenue the last 100 yards or so. Now I just stopped here for a second by the church and the round tower. See, they have a coffee shop here, but I think I'm a bit early. Just as a little curiosity, my setup here, after yesterday's spin I forgot to charge up my bike computer, the Karoo, and the camera. This one is okay, it's 100% battery, but what I have just in case is this little arrangement here. I have a battery pack in a bottle cage, and luckily enough they're all USB-C, so if any of them runs low, my Karoo there is at 29% at the moment. The bike camera, I'm not sure what that is, but they're both USB-C, so if there's any battery trouble I can just plug the pack into them and it'll keep me going. Just see if I can get a shot of the tower here. It's kind of hidden by the trees. Not enough of a gap. Oh, hang on, there's a stile here. I'll just have a quick tip in. Don't want to dilly-dally too much this morning now, because I'm going to get back home by 9 o'clock. And I'm not sure how much time the gravel's going to take me. So there's Timahoe round tower. Now, whoops, a bird dropping just hit the ground very close. Better get out of here. Now, as you go out by the round tower, very quickly you come to a Y in the road. So I kept left. Both roads would bring me out onto the road back to Ballyroan. The first one there, if I'd gone right, I think it brings it out at Blandford Cross, I'm not sure. But this one is a lovely gentle climb out from Timahoe. It's actually going down a bit now, but it goes up gradually all the way for a couple of miles. And there's some lovely views of the surrounding countryside when you get a bit higher up. On yesterday morning's spin, I came across a squirrel which I didn't catch on camera, and a hare then ran out in front of me when I was going downhill. This morning, just before I came to Money Cross, a buzzard flew out of the ditch right in front of me before heading back into the field again. I think it's the closest I've ever been to one, but I've never managed to catch one on camera. They're a magnificent looking bird up close. This is really one of the nicest roads. It's one of my favourite routes. It's a real gradual uphill. There's a few dips, but mostly uphill with no steep gradient. You'd manage it, no bother. A few twists and turns. Lovely countryside all around. It's the kind of road that you just wish it'd go on for miles and miles. You could cycle uphill all day on a road like this. Now I've just come to Greg's Cross and encountered this little sign here: road closed, local access only. However, it doesn't affect me because I'm actually going that way. This is where I turned for Ballyroan and the Cullenagh. If I were to go on forward straight ahead, I'd come out on the Abbeyleix Swan Road, somewhere near Spink. It's a little staggered junction, and there's actually a GAA club just near the cross, probably Spink GAA. And if you go on that road again, it's another nice little climb. It goes up past the big quarry and it'll bring you towards Ballynakill eventually, in by Masslock. It's a lovely little route. However, I don't have time for that this morning, so I'm going to head this way back for Ballyroan and over the Cullenagh. Sun's not fully up yet, enough to heat up the place. Air temperature 12 degrees, cool but pleasant, and it's 7:57 AM. I only noticed there a while back when I was fiddling around with the display here. I hit the pause button, so I might be missing a few hundred meters. I hope not too much from my route when I get back. Should be 38 kilometers in total. We'll see when I upload it to Strava. Anyway, I must go on. I'm just less than a kilometre now for my turn up into the Cullenagh. I can see there's a bit of a haze in the distance, and I can see the silhouette of the Sleep Blues. Town sign for Ballyroan coming up. Okay, hang on. Be patient. Now I'm gone off-road. I just had to traverse some kind of a highway for cattle there. I think they're on their way to the milking parlour. Right. I was holding up the bovine traffic. Now, a little bit rougher from here on, so I won't be making great time. I've only 12 kilometres to go according to this, and this will take me up into the forestry now of the Cullenagh. Whoa. Give a little bit of a wobble there. Be difficult to fall off the bike while standing still. Now I'll go on another bit. Looks like another barrier to be crossed. Oh, there's a way through. Oh, this is very rough. Now I'm starting to get into the forestry trails here. I'm still on the edge of the wood, and there's a fantastic view from up here. I can see Portlaois, I can see the sleeve blooms in the distance. This little camera now won't do the view justice, but sure, I'll point it that way anyway. You can see the whole extent of the sleeve blooms. Portlaois is over in that direction. Ridge of Capard, then they rise. It's hard to see them in the haze, and stretch all the way down almost to Rossgrey. Lovely. Now, there's some very big stones on this road, so it's going to be very bumpy and make camera handling very difficult. Actually, the best way to do a road like this now is at speed, because when you hit a big rock going slow, it's not good, believe it or not. So I'll put the camera away now until this gets a bit smoother, if it does. I had to stop for a little nature break, a little tinkle. So if you go down to the woods today, you'll be in for a surprise. Just looking down here now, there's actually a gorge here. There's some water in it, there's a trickle of water. Let's see, can I get a bit closer? Luckily again, the gravel bike shoes, I can manoeuvre around in them because they have flat soles. Mind you, the ground here is a bit tricky. Yeah, there we go. The light's pretty low in here now, so I'm not sure what this is going to turn out like. If you can see there. There's a gentle trickle of water all the way down there. The sides are fairly steep. I actually came up here once and I was doing a bit of exploring, and it wasn't after a dry spell like we've had now. It was pretty damp, and I went down there, and by Jesus, I had some job getting back up again. The sides they weren't so steep that I wasn't able to get down into it, but they were so damp and crumbly that I had a hell of a job trying to clamber out of it. I did get out eventually, but my shoes were destroyed, and hands too, as far as I can remember, covered in muck. It was a bit of an adventure. Now it's downhill from here back out onto the road. and home. What time are we? 8:30. Just being time for the 9 o'clock news. I've been up here before, and I've gone up that track there all the way up to the top. Splendid views from up here, the Cullenagh, but you want a mountain bike or a gravel bike to get up here. Right, off I go. Now I'm leaving the Cullenagh behind me. It was only a brief visit. I really just skirted around the edges of it. Now I'm back on tarmac again. I left the forestry tracks behind. My old selfie stick is letting me down some of the time with the vibration. I'm holding the camera out, and next thing it rotates. So I have a new one ordered on the way from China. We'll see if it's any better. Now I'm coming out on the Stradbally Road. So it'll only take me a few minutes to get home now. Just going up here, and I'm turning left. Through the rock, is it called? There's a little kind of a garden and walkway in there, kind of a little park. I shall show you the sign when I get up close to it. It just cuts out onto the Portlaoise Ballyroan Road, so that's the way I'm going. If I go on straight here, it'll bring me back to Money Cross, but this is the way I plan to go, so that's when I'm going to go. That's where I'm going to go. Rockview Walkways. Laois Friends Rambling House. We'll have a look down here. Nice surface. I love these narrow little country lanes. I could literally go hundreds of miles on them. You don't feel the distance for some reason. You're more aware, I think, of distance on a long, straight, wide open road. There's a hump here. Must be a stream there. And that's the little walkway park area in there. No time to go in there this morning. The road's not so good this side. There's a bit of grass in the middle, and unfortunately signs of litter on the road as well. People are just f***ing animals. Pardon the French. How difficult is it to bring your rubbish home with you in the car and stick it in the bin? Anyway, homeward bound. I love being out in the countryside, the nice quiet country lanes, and I absolutely hate it when I see any kind of littering. I remember one time I was cycling on the back roads over near Mountrath, between Mountrath and Trumra, and I came across literally a trailer load of rubbish, domestic waste, 5 or 6 black plastic bags just thrown into the gateway of the field. And I just thought, bloody disgusting, what sort of animals. So the next time I passed it, it was still there. So I got off. By this time the crows had been at the bags, so stuff was spread everywhere. Right out in the middle of the country. So didn't I go through it? And I actually found some medication in it with the prescription stamp on it, the name of the pharmacy and the name of the patient who it was prescribed for. The camera powered down unexpectedly during that last rant, so it'll have to be continued at another time. I'm on Higgs Lane now, almost home. Just 9:02 AM. It did it again. Thanks for watching. Have to be quick. Battery is shanked.